pause for a second. Go check the ingredients on that ice cream in your freezer. See something you can't pronounce? That's your first red flag. Here's something wild. In 2026, most ice cream isn't even legally allowed to be called ice cream. Let that sink in. Today, 5 brands you should never buy, and 5 that actually use real ingredients. No sponsorships, just the facts. And the first brand on the avoid list? You've definitely seen it before. Okay, so, real quick before the list. Did you know that ice cream is actually a protected term? Like, legally. If a product doesn't have enough milk fat, companies cannot call it ice cream. So they call it frozen dessert. And that's exactly what most big brands are doing. They swap healthy dairy fats for inflammatory seed oils, real vanilla for artificial flavor, real fruit for fruit-flavored syrup. So for this list, I used 3 simple criteria. 1. What are the first 3 ingredients? 2. Any artificial colors or flavors? 3. Is the brand actually transparent about what's inside? Simple, fair, and wait until you see what the first brand on our list is actually hiding in their natural flavor. Let's get into it. Alright, here we go. The brands you're about to hear, they're everywhere. Supermarkets, convenience stores, gas stations. And that's exactly why you need to know this. 1. BREYRS Breyers used to be legit. Like, genuinely good ice cream. But then something changed. Go check their natural vanilla tub right now. At the top, it says frozen dairy dessert. Not ice cream. Frozen, dairy, dessert. Why does that matter? Because it means there's not enough milk fat to legally call it ice cream. They replaced it with cheap fillers. And they're still charging you full ice cream price. Verdict, check the label before you buy. Some Breyers products are fine. Others, not so much. 2. Store brand / generic. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Generic brands are cheap. What did you expect? Fair. But here's the problem. A lot of store brand ice creams use partially hydrogenated oils, which is basically a fancy way of saying trans fat. And trans fat? Not great for your heart. Plus, the strawberry flavor? Usually 0 real strawberries. Just red dye number 40 and artificial flavor doing all the work. Verdict, if the price seems too good to be true, read that label twice. 3. Dryers / Eddie's Dryers markets their slow-churned line as a healthier option. Less fat, fewer calories. Sounds amazing, right? Here's the catch. To cut the fat, they add more additives and stabilizers. Things like carrageenan, cellulose gum, and mono and diglycerides. So yeah, less fat, but more stuff you can't pronounce. Is that really a better deal? 4. Klondike bars are iconic. The commercials, the jingle, the chocolate coating. We all grew up with them. But let's be real about what you're actually eating. Klondike isn't selling you ice cream covered in chocolate. They're selling you frozen oil covered in chocolate-flavored wax. That chocolatey coating contains vegetable oil instead of real cocoa butter. And the inside? Frozen dairy dessert, not ice cream. Verdict, great nostalgia. Rough ingredients. Save it for a rare treat, not a weekly habit. 5. Häagen-Dazs. Wait, Häagen-Dazs. Yes, hear me out. The original Häagen-Dazs? Actually pretty clean. Cream, skim milk, sugar, eggs. That's it. But their newer, low-calorie and light lines? Totally different story. They start loading in erythritol, inulin, chicory root fiber, and a mix of artificial sweeteners to hit that low-cal target. And about that erythritol, recent studies have raised serious questions about its effects on cardiovascular health. We're not saying it's dangerous, but the research is still catching up. And your ice cream probably isn't the place to run that experiment. Verdict, stick to the original Häagen-Dazs line. Skip the better-for-you versions. So there you go, 5 brands to think twice about. Some are worse than others, but all of them have something to hide on that label. Now the fun part, because there are brands out there doing it right. Real cream, real fruit, real vanilla, and some of them are way more affordable than you'd think. Okay, now the good news. Because for every brand cutting corners, there's one doing it the right way. And these 5, they actually earned a spot in your freezer. 1. Häagen-Dazs. Yeah, we're back. But this time for the right reasons. The original Häagen-Dazs vanilla? 5 ingredients. Cream, skim milk, sugar, egg yolks, vanilla extract. That's it. No gums. No stabilizers. No mystery additives. And here's the rule you need to memorize. If it has more than 5 ingredients, It's a science project, not a dessert. Is it cheap? No. Is it worth it? Absolutely. This is what ice cream is supposed to taste like. Verdict: stick to their classic line. 5 ingredients. That's the standard. 2. Tillamook. If you haven't tried Tillamook yet, fix that immediately. This Oregon-based brand uses no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, and sources milk from farmer-owned co-ops. Real accountability. Real ingredients. Their chocolate ice cream, actual cocoa, real cream, simple list. And the price point is surprisingly reasonable for what you're getting. Verdict: probably the best value for quality ratio on this entire list. 3. Ben & Jerry's. Okay, Ben & Jerry's gets a lot of hype. But here's the thing. The hype is actually deserved. Their classic flavors use fair trade ingredients, real chocolate chunks, real cookie pieces, real fruit swirls. Cherry Garcia. Fish food. Half-baked. Clean. Delicious. Worth every calorie. But, and this is important, keep a close eye on their top line. The more stuff they pile on top, the more stabilizers like guar gum and carrageenan they need just to hold it all together. More toppings, more additives. Simple flavors? Almost always cleaner. Verdict: classics are your safest bet. The fancier the flavor, the more you should check that label. Point 4. Strauss Family Creamery. This one's for the real ones. Strauss is a small, certified organic creamery out of California. Every product made with organic milk, organic cream, and absolutely zero artificial anything. Their vanilla, cream, milk, sugar, eggs, and real vanilla bean. 5 ingredients. Again, see the pattern? Now, Strauss might not be in your area, but here's the tip that works anywhere. Look for this certified organic seal. That single seal means no synthetic dyes, no GMOs, and a much shorter ingredient list, almost guaranteed. Brands like Strauss are the gold standard. Find your local equivalent and stick to it. Verdict: certified organic is your shortcut. Use it. 5. Local artisan / small batch. Okay, this last one isn't a brand. It's a category, and it might be the most important one on this list. Your local ice cream shop, the small batch place, the family-owned scoop shop, the one that makes their flavors fresh every week. These places almost always use real milk, real cream, real fruit. Because they don't have the budget for a lab full of stabilizers, they use actual ingredients instead. And here's the bonus. You can literally just ask them. Walk up and say, "Hey, what do you use to make this?" They'll tell you, because they're proud of it. Verdict: support local. Eat better. Win on both fronts. So there you have it. 5 brands, and one entire category, proving that real ice cream still exists. The rule is simple: 5 ingredients or less. Certified organic when possible. Local when you can. That's it. Now, before we wrap up, I want to give you one last tool. Something you can use every single time you're standing in that freezer aisle, wondering if what you're holding is actually worth buying. Alright, last thing. I promise. And this one's actually super useful. Next time you're in the freezer aisle, just remember this one rule. The first 3 ingredients tell you everything. Because by law, ingredients are listed from most to least. So whatever's first is what you're mostly eating. If the first ingredient is cream or whole milk, good sign. If it's water, vegetable oil, or corn syrup, put it back. Second tip: download Yuka or Open Food Facts. Scan the barcode. Get an instant score. No label reading required. It's free. It takes 2 seconds, and it will genuinely change the way you shop. That's it. 2 rules. 1 app. You're now smarter about ice cream than 90% of people in that aisle. And if you want to stay ahead of the food industry and actually protect your health, hit that subscribe button. We're exposing a new category every single week. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these brands was the biggest surprise? And is there a local brand you love? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading all of them. So, real talk. You made it to the end. That means you actually care about what you're putting in your body. And that's genuinely cool. Drop in the comments. Which brand were you most surprised by? Did we just ruin your favorite ice cream? Or did we just save you from a terrible habit? Either way, I need to know. And if this video was useful, the subscribe button is right there. We do this every week. And wait until you see what we found out about the healthy yogurt brands next time. Spoiler, it's so much worse than ice cream. See you then. If you thought ice cream was bad, check out what's hiding in your healthy protein bars, right here.